I just had $45 worth of samples of pistachios. We are in New Mexico, and our first stop is Carlsbad Caverns National Park.
We have done a lot of caves and caverns and such on the road trip so far, but Evan's coworker said this is a can't miss, so we're gonna go down and check it out.
Apparently it's different from other caves and caverns, because we've done a couple, and it's like, all right, I think we've seen caves, that's all right. So we weren't gonna do this one, but he said it's unlike other caves. That is the coolest bathroom we have seen on the road trip. Unbelievable.
We are about to take the elevator back up to the surface of the earth. This cavern is insane. I'm so glad your coworker told us to come. What are your thoughts?
Really cool. And it's really unlike any other cave. It's just so much bigger, and there's so much of everything. And they have like the couple things with like signs, like, oh, look at this, look at that. But everywhere you look is another thing. I didn't even think some of those marked things were as good as some of the unmarked things. Unbelievable stuff.
It's totally massive too. It's like the size of a pro football stadium, 750 feet underground, and then you look below you and it goes down another few hundred feet. 5 stars.
You look above you and there's like more chambers up there that people have like thrown grappling hooks up and climbed up and explored. Crazy.
Hundreds of feet below the surface, miles of hidden caves and passageways are still being explored. Still being discovered every day.
We are back in the van. We ended up catching the little video in the theater after we were done with the cave, but it answered some stuff. So the metric they used, not really a metric, but comparison they used, wasn't football fields, but 2 U.S. Capitol buildings could fit in that cavern.
2.5.
2.5. So, Evan had in mind this whole bat thing. There are bats here, but they migrate and go in and out of the cave, but that's only in certain seasons, and we are not at the right season. So, we're going to head over to our campsite. But first, we're going to eat a little bit. What do you have here?
I got 3/4 of a pound of sliced butterball turkey from Walmart. That's my little snack. What are you eating, Joey?
I'm eating the rest of my sandwich. If anybody knows where I'm taking them.
You want Pistachio Land? No way. What are we doing to Pistachio Land?
You think I would drive within 100 miles of Pistachio Land and not take you there? Think I'm a monster?
Alright. It's a big old pistachio they got here. Wine tasting of pistachio wine. Are we sleeping here tonight?
No, we're not. We are here at Pistachio Land. The world's largest pistachios behind us. We're gonna go in and hopefully get some pistachio products. What flavor is this?
Dill pickle.
They're good. What's that? I don't know. Dill pickle? I think that was a prickly pear pretzel.
Oh,
These are cocoa flavored.
good.
We just strolled around the pistachio store. Evan was very, very stressed about work all day, but you're seeming to be feeling a little better.
I'm fine. I just had $45 worth of samples of pistachios.
That was an unexpected stop that we just made. Little roadside attraction. But now we are on the way to our actual planned first stop of the day. Main event, which is White Sands National Park. I came here to White Sands Missile Range for a marathon like a long time ago, like 7 years ago or something. But now we are going to the actual national park. I think we saw it from like very far away when we were going over this mountain. It was like overlooking what looked to be white sand dunes. So I don't know if that was it, but I guess we will find out shortly.
1 gallon of water per person per day is recommended.
Do you have any history about this place?
You need a fully charged cell phone to enter.
We just came into the visitor center at White Sands National Park, and we're going to start out by watching a little 15-minute informational video.
Here, natural forces play out before our eyes on a journey that turns rock to dust.
Finally, the ancient Rio Grande River flowed into the Tularosa Basin between 2 and 3 million years ago, burning with its sediments that eventually blocked any water carrying gypsum from flowing out of the basin.
We are at the turnaround point of the Dune Drive. Oh, it's so silent out here. I'm about to walk up this dune. Evan's finishing up some work, but I guess he'll be out soon. We finished up at White Sands and just ran to the grocery store. We're at our Harvest Host now, and he invited us inside to chat, or to yak a little, he said. We've stayed at dozens of Harvest Hosts over the course of the road trip, and a couple have invited us inside, but we've always said no. But I think today's the day. We just got back inside the van after visiting with our Harvest Host. The best part, though, was that he told us he is a fly fisherman. And then he mentioned he's part of a fly fishing club. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I was like, would you have any use for 2 extra pairs of waders? I was like, or do you like yours and like you're good? He was like, oh no, the club could definitely use them because there are people who I guess are just getting into the activity and so they need waders. So we offloaded our 2 sets of waders in New Mexico. And it seems like he will put them to very good use. So that was a great way to end our evening, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We've been driving for a few hours now, and we are in the Gila National Forest. We are sleeping tonight at this campground that has hot springs up here. Would you like to provide a little update on your current status?
I'm trying to work. I've got a big work day today, and as soon as we got into the national forest, the roads got all windy, and I got all queased up. So I'm taking a break from work, looking around, trying not to throw up, and excited for these hot springs. I'm pretty
Dirty.
unky as we call it, or ripe, and I could use a good soaking in some nice hot water.
We are in the first of the 3 hot springs. We don't really know the temperature of each of them, but I think all of them are going to be very comfortable. And there are these beautiful mountains behind us. There's this little water feature over there dripping down. Evan finally had a break from work, so we were able to get in here. We finished our first soak and then went back to the van because I had a Zoom call for school. And now we are back out, the sun's going down, and now we are in this new pool. And the owner was just telling us he just cleaned it and they refilled it with hot water, but it was too hot, so they had to wait a couple hours for it to cool down. And it is spectacular. It's sparkling clean. He told us that he was gonna have the first dip because he spent hours cleaning it. So anyway, when we came up, he was like, oh yeah, you guys enjoy. It's lovely.
He said he scrubbed every rock and filled it all up with brand new fresh water.
We are back in the van and nice and warm and dry in our pajamas. We enjoyed our final soak of the evening. We might try to get another one in first thing in the morning before we leave here. But for now, Evan is enjoying a little pre-dinner snack. What you got here?
I'm cooking in the air fryer, and while it cooks, I've got this little jar of garlic stuffed olives. So it's a little stanky, but it's delicious. Sorry, Joey.
It's okay, it's okay. Usually we can't identify what the surprise smells are in the van, but right now we know exactly what it is, so I guess that's a good thing. Good morning. We just woke up and we're gonna go outside. It's still pitch black. We're gonna go do one more dunk in the hot spring before we hit the road, and we are leaving these hats on because it is freezing out. We're back in from our little morning soak in the hot tub, and we thought it was a great idea last night to leave our swimsuits out to dry. It got down to 21 degrees last night, so this is what Evan's swimsuit looks like. We just drove for about an hour down like the windy Gila Mountains National Forest area, and there was snow on the ground, but now we are back down at ground level and we're back in the desert. So our final stop of New Mexico is going to be we got our burritos. Evan got a combo one and they didn't have actual veggie burritos, but I just asked her if she could make me one with potatoes, eggs, and cheese. And we got some extra gels. Oh, we had green salsa on our burritos, and we got these little baggies of red salsa for the side.
$6. Unbelievable value.
Oh.
Love New Mexico.
No, I'm not sure the best way to do this, but I'm feeling like I should just bite the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
For sure.
Okay. These burritos are 10 out of 10. This was the ultimate way to end our time in New Mexico. Thanks, New Mexico.